what's going on everyone? Josh back from Profit Invest here. Just wanting to talk to you all about a little stock that's come across the desk recently called Cloudflare Inc. So it's NET on the New York Stock Exchange. And you can see here from the nice 1 yearly chart, we've gone from $18 all the way up to $35, so nearly 100% return in the year, actually 103% return for the year. So beautiful stock here. So we've actually brought in around the $20 mark. You can see the little coronavirus cold, what it sort of did to Cloudflare here. Not much, we don't really care. Went from $23 down to $15, so about a 40% drop, so pretty much in line with what the overall market possession did. And then you can see the exponential growth either side of that coronavirus cold coming out the other side. We brought in at about $20 a share, and since then the price has rocketed all the way up to 35. So now we're sitting on a very healthy chunk of profit here. And we believe this can actually go much higher, all the way up to probably about that $50 a share. So Cloudflare is actually a very new stock on the New York Stock Exchange, so only listed back on the 12th of September 2019. So a lot of institutional investors probably aren't on board on this one yet, and they've actually started buying in the other day. And more instos jumping on board. They're getting FOMO. They don't want to miss out on this one because this opportunity is huge. Cloudflare is actually everywhere. You just don't see them. And more companies, as cybercrime's getting more and more, are going to require a service such as Cloudflare. And in our opinion, it's one of the best providers out there for DDoS protection and protecting your websites in the cloud. So I just want to jump over and show you all a quick video from the Australian government this morning. I'll play you a little bit of this now.
National security and sovereignty is my government's top priority, keeping Australians safe. I'm here today to advise you that based on advice provided to me by our cyber experts, Australian organisations are currently being targeted by a sophisticated state-based cyber actor. This activity is targeting Australian organisations across a range of sectors, including all levels of government, industry, political organisations, education, health, essential service providers, and operators of other critical infrastructure. We know it is a sophisticated state-based cyber actor because of the scale and nature of the targeting and the tradecraft used.
So that we'll probably just stop it there, but as you can see, Australia is actually under a large cyber attack from, it's probably going to be China or Russia, let's face it. No one really trusts anyone from China or Russia, let alone the state-based, the hackers there. So no one really trusts anyone from there anyway, so we're not, we've got to protect ourselves. So from the Q1 report from 2020, there's just a couple of things that I'd like to quickly point out that sort of jumped out to us. So you can see annual total revenue here is increasing at a rate of 50% per annum all the way since 2016. And now we're looking at a trailing 12 months of $317 million. We expect this is actually going to be much higher, and a full year will probably end up around the 400 million, if not, could potentially go all the way up to 430 or 450 million dollars is probably our top of the range there for them. From also what you can see, launched in 2010, 13% of Fortune 1000 companies are paying customers. This is just going to increase as more and more companies jump on board and need to protect themselves from the threat of cyber attacks. So you can see here, evolution of an enterprise stack. So pretty much Cloudflare is looking to replace all these very outdated legacy systems here. and consolidate that into one software as a service platform where people pay monthly. And we're talking massive companies here. So Fortune 1000 companies, they all need this. All of these companies here probably using Cloudflare to protect their back-end services. Going through a little bit more, you can see we're currently operating in 95 countries, and we can actually connect 99% of the internet developed world population within 100 milliseconds of our network. So for those who don't know, that's very, very fast. And what happens is your connection will get routed through Cloudflare's DNS servers and then be provided and served by the company's website. So I'll just skip through here. So disrupting large, well-established legacy markets. So currently valued at $32 billion in 2018, and we've only got a market share of what I predict of 450 million by the end of the year. So you can see very multitudes of scale to grow here. We're talking 32 billion, 47 billion by 2022. Get on board. This thing's just going to keep growing. You can see here we've got a very, very healthy, attractive gross margin, 77%. That's massive. Strong revenue growth. So as you can see, once again, 59, 43, 49% per year. We're growing massively. Gross margin, 2017, 80%, 77, 78, 77%. These are massive numbers, guys. It's worth pointing out we're still a loss-making company, but this is because we're spending so much on sales and marketing at the moment. You can see here that the long-term goal for sales and marketing is about 27 to 29%. So that sales and marketing, that'll start to sell itself once that traction gains and there's a turning point reached. Cloudflare will start selling itself and we won't have to spend so much in sales and marketing. And you can see our long-term total term model of gross margin is still massive at 75, 77%. And we're targeting at an operating margin of 20%. This is massive. Few points here on their business model. Disrupting a large and growing total addressable market, widely distributed global cloud platform. Yeah, we get the point. This is probably going to moon soon. All the instos will jump on board, and this will be one of those FOMO stocks that everyone's talking about shortly. Going here, if you really want to delve into the numbers, they're all here. We're not currently profitable at the moment. We will be soon. It's worth pointing out, potentially jumping over into Yahoo Finance, that we actually have no long-term liabilities here. So currently debt-free. $100,000 of long-term liabilities. But that's nothing, guys. We're not worried about that. If they wanted to pay that off, they could. I could put that on my credit card and get rid of it right now if I wanted for them. But they're really not worried about it. So it's not anything to be worried about here. You can jump over to simply Wall Street, as you can see here. Amazing balance sheet. You can see no massive liabilities here, and this stock's going to absolutely moon all the way up to $50 shortly, we think. So stay around, guys, for the ride. This one's going to be
You got to